This is an interesting fight that's about to happen. Well, not about to happen. It doesn't happen until September, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. I got Glover Teixeira versus Jan Blachowicz. Here's the thing. I know most people will probably pick Blachowicz just because he's the champ. He just knocked off Adesanya in pretty convincing fashion. He beat Reyes, and before that, he's won three other fights. Um, but I don't know, man. Glover, and the thing is with some people, as they get older, they tend to go downhill. What's interesting to me is Glover is in his 40s right now, and he looks better right now, way better than what he did in his 30s. He's choking out people more often. He's knocking people out. He's having people's teeth falling out. Ask Anthony Smith. Sorry, Anthony Smith. Not so sorry. But this is an interesting fight because they're both killers. They're both finishers. But if you had to pick in terms of momentum, I'd have to go with Glover Teixeira. See, Blachowicz has looked great. He's had a great story. He's found ways to win. He's found ways to be champion, to defend his title. That's great. But he hasn't really won fights that really wow me, that really surprised me. Glover continues to wow me. He keeps finishing people. Jon Jones took Anthony Smith to a unanimous decision. It was pretty dominant, but the way Glover did it with Anthony Smith was much worse. He had to finish it, and he had Anthony Smith's teeth real loose and falling out of his mouth. You know, Glover lost to Jon Jones, but that was 6-7 years ago. He's gotten so much better since then. Jon Jones really hasn't done much since then. Like I said, Glover keeps killing people. He keeps finishing people. He's got one-punch knockout power, great wrestling. His Brazilian jiu-jitsu is incredible. He can choke guys out. He can put you in an armbar. He can put you to sleep. He can finish you. He can take you to distance and beat you. He's had at least, how many finishes? About 20-something finishes in his MMA career. You know, he's been doing this for a long time. You got to imagine he's very hungry. Another example of a Jon Jones situation. Jon Jones had a split decision, a very controversial victory over Thiago Santos. I think Teixeira finished that same guy pretty easily. So I want to pick Blachowicz just because of the legendary Polish power, but I don't think he gets it done. I think Glover goes in there and gets what he deserves. He gets that world title, and I think he's going to win this fight real early. He's going to finish it inside 2 rounds. He's going to knock him out. I don't think he'll submit Blachowicz. Blachowicz has been knocked out a few times in his career already. Glover never gets knocked out. The only time he's been knocked out was by Anthony Johnson. That was 5-6 years ago. And Rumble was knocking out everybody back then. He still is. He knocked somebody out in Bellator a few weeks ago. But, again, I got to go with Glover here because I don't see this fight going a distance. Now, don't get me wrong. The longer this fight goes, I'm leaning more towards Blachowicz to win this fight. He can knock out Glover, but I don't think it's going to happen just because Glover never does get knocked out. And again, I think Glover's at his best right now. You know, that's the scary part. Like I said, you get older, you think you go downhill as an athlete. Not Glover. Glover keeps winning. I think he's won 5 or 6 fights in a row, so he definitely deserves this title fight. And you got to imagine, he hasn't had a title fight since Jon Jones 6-7 years ago, back in 2014. So I got to go with Glover via TKO or KO inside 2 rounds.